Hey guys, so hopefully the TV screen isn't going to bother you. I will kind of move the camera down when I start talking about the clamshells. This is going to be my bathing garden review. I did a video last week or 2 weeks ago that I went through all the clams that I had that I was going to go through and warm through my house because I said I was tempted to order, and I wanted to test the clams first. Sorry, I got distracted. I wanted to test the clams out first before I placed a big order because I kept looking at the site and I was like, oh my gosh, these sound really good. I haven't ordered from the bathing garden in a really long time. So I was watching, it's Canada Kim, and I don't know how I haven't found her channel before, but I'll put her link to her videos down, or her channel down below, because she has, God, I'm getting so distracted. This is gonna be bad. I fell down the YouTube rabbit hole this week. It's Friday today. This week, and I found a bunch of new YouTubers that I like watching, and Canada Kim stood out to me as one of the better ones. She does a lot of wax videos. I think she likes Lush too. I told her, because I messaged her about something, and I told her, I said, I bet we have a lot in common, because she talks about nail polish too. And like in her video, she'll say, this is the nail polish that I'm wearing. In fact, let me segue really quick and show you the nail polish that I'm wearing, because I put this on yesterday and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It's just like so blingy and gorgeous. This is KB Shimmer, and it is called Flake Me Home Tonight. It's an indie brand. If you go to our site, it's like kbshimmer.com or some crap. Or some crap, really. And I put this as a base because I do find, it doesn't really matter though, but this is a really pretty color anyways. Gelato on My Mind by OPI. The base coat doesn't really matter because I found once I put it on, it just kind of took over the polish anyways. But I like to put on a base coat because I do find with KB Shimmer that it does, like some of the ones that I've used, it does seem to flake. You can kind of see the Gelato on My Mind kind of underneath there. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I just found this polish and I was like, oh my, I mean, look at that. So these melts you see in front of you here, I have to give credit to Canada Kim. I saw, when I fell down the rabbit hole, I saw this on one of her video pictures, like when you first pop up on one of her videos, and this is what you see. And I had been having this thought to do the exact same thing for the longest time, because every time I use the freezer method mostly for my wax melts. But every time I pull them out of the freezer, I'm like, they look so pretty when you get them out of the freezer. And when they pop out perfect, it's like, I don't know, it's some weird obsession I have when I pull them out of the freezer and they're just like these perfect little pucks, I guess you would call them. So you can see that, like, these are not all bathing garden. These are some that I've had for the week, but you can tell like this one's a bathing garden one because of the glitters on the bottom. I messaged her and I was like, I hope you don't think I'm stealing your idea. Like, I had this idea for like a while, but I just never, like, until I saw her picture, like, I never thought, hey, you know what? I should take a picture too. And I wanted to use it for my weekly melts. So I have switched my picture. Like, it kind of looks sort of like this for my weekly melts now. And yeah, so I just wanted to tell her, I'm like, I hope you don't think I stole your idea. So anyways, so I found her, Canada Kim, 1978, I think. I'll put a link to her channel below. Also, another new girl that I wasn't sure about in the beginning because I was like, what in the hell is this girl? But she is so funny, but she's opinionated, which is why at first, when I first saw her, I was like, I don't know. But I love that about her. Like, it's the same way with my friend Angie. When I first met Angie, or not met her, but we started texting, and I was like, dang, she's opinionated, I don't know. And then now I love her to death. Like, you know, you can tell her pretty much anything, and she's like, and she'll give you like the honest answer. So the same with this other girl. So who I'm talking about is, at first I thought her name was Sasha is MS, and I thought, oh, she probably has like MS, or she's affected by MS somehow or whatever. But her channel name is actually Sasha Isms. You know how sometimes you're like, when you look at a word and your eyes see it one way, but it's really another way. So yeah, so I totally messed that up. So it's Sasha Isms. I can't even say the whole thing like correctly, but you get it. and I will put her link to her channel down below as well. I found a few others, and I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. I found so many. I have subscribed to so many new channels this week. It's freaking ridiculous. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the review. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick little disclaimer announcement. Help me out, whatever. If anybody has this clam, Hades and Persephone, please, or if you have any sort of bathing garden D-stash, like from the circus collection or whatever, message me. I am like so desperate. I almost ordered from the circus collection, but then I didn't because I wasn't sure how these clams were going to do. And like I said, it's been a while since I've warmed bathing garden, so I wanted to test first before I made a big order. So Hades and Persephone, if anybody has this, I am desperate. This is such a good scent. Yeah, pimpin' ain't easy. All right, let's get into this review. Let me go ahead and just explain really quickly too, kind of the layout of my house now. And I will say as a disclaimer too, that your results are gonna vary. The way your house is set up, the way you have your warmers set up, the wattage of your warmers, all that is gonna play into air conditioning units. What, you know, do you have your effing windows open? Really, did I have to get so mean with the windows? If you're, you know, if you have a draft that comes in through your fireplace like we do, you know, that's all gonna play into stuff. So one thing I do need to say about my house, it's open concept. So it's really hard sometimes to get a throw from vendors that sometimes other people would say, oh, I get an amazing throw from them. And for me, it's like I have 4 warmers in my kitchen because my kitchen is such a weird place. And I've had to move them over the years. Like I've had to find different locations for them. Now, at any one time, I'll only usually use 2. Sometimes I use 3. But the 4th one is a Scentsy warmer, so I just consider that more of like a, and I'm air quoting here, like a pretty warmer to have in there. That one doesn't really function much for me at all. It's just more of like a pretty piece. So, okay, so my like computer room is, so the ceilings in here, I mean the wall, the height of the wall is probably about, I want to say 14 to 15 feet in every room. Now the computer room has that same wall height, but it's vaulted. So it also goes up way further and vaults, you know what I mean? Like it makes like that. Our dining room, so our dining room, living room, and entryway are all connected. And the dining room area, it's like the formal dining room. I want to say that wall height in there is probably 25 feet to maybe even 30 feet. It's really tall in there. They did like some sort of molding thing, like crown molding up the top. It's really pretty. But that's one of the reasons why we liked this house when we first walked in. It was like very open and you didn't feel like cramped in because of the ceilings were coming down like really low on you. So that's why we fell in love with this house. So that's just kind of to describe to you how it is. Now, like my daughter's room and daughter's bathroom, those ceilings, I mean, yeah, the ceilings in there are probably about 14 to 15 feet, but they're smaller rooms, you know, so if I ever have something that I know like isn't going to do well, then I'll put it in like the Scentsy plug-in in her bathroom or in her bedroom, or I know that it's going to be like a medium throw. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and start with probably one of the oldest clams I have out of this collection. I did not warm through everything, and I did try to warm at least everything one time so I could kind of give a review, but I think there's only like 2 that I didn't warm through any at all. So this is probably one of the oldest clams that I have, and you can see, I mean, this was probably, I was saying this is why I should date things. I was watching another video about that too from Things I Love 86. And I think Jenny has always dated her things as well. Strawberry Nonsense. So this is you guys don't want to see my handwriting. I mean, look at that crap. That is like chicken scratch. That's why I probably don't do this. I got this idea from Canada Kim as well, who initially got the idea from Things I Love 86. I think this is a brilliant idea. I don't have the patience. Like you can see, I was just trying to hurry up and write it down because I was just like, screw it. I really don't want to write this down. But I did anyways. So it's creamy zucchini bread, strawberry jam, sun-ripened strawberry, cotton candy, French vanilla. You know, half that crap doesn't even come out in here. Mostly what I get is a dry zucchini bread with strawberry. So the strawberry is not, this one is really hard to describe. And that's the other thing, is I really didn't focus on scents too much. I focused more on the throw and what I had in each warmer. Nobody likes this one in my house except for me. It's not like I don't want to say it's a fresh picked strawberry, and I don't want to say it's like a perfumey strawberry or an artificial strawberry. It's very pretty. It grows on you. Like when I first put this in the warmer, I was like, holy crap, I don't know if I'm gonna like this one again. I might actually go back and get one. I don't know. I don't know if I love it that much. I'm not really into bakery scents that much anymore. But let's see. I can't even read my own writing. Oh, so this one I did 2 cubes in 2 different warmers in the kitchen, and I also did 2 warmers in the living room. It was my 20 watt Walgreens and my 20 watt Glade. And this thing was super strong. Like this one was really strong. In fact, the next day I turned it on again, and I only turned on the 1 warmer in the kitchen, and I could smell it in the kitchen and the living room. So you really only need 2 cubes in a space for this one. And even if you had a smaller space, I would just go with 1, because this one was really strong. Now when it starts to die down a little bit, I notice the scent gets a lot nicer because it's just not so strong. But this one was strong. So I was surprised by that one, because that one was pretty old. Okay, in my computer room, I went ahead and I warmed, whoa, hello. I warmed pink sand, which, is it pink sand? Yeah, pink sand. And I believe this is, let's see, sun sand and pink sugar, which describes it accurately. It's kind of like a pink sugar with a suntan oil scent. I lost my train of thought. I'm talking really, really fast. I need to slow it down a little bit. So I did 2 cubes in each warmer. I have a 20 watt Walgreens and a 20 watt Glade in there. And I did 2 cubes each warmer, just because that room is kind of hard to get a throw in. And it was coming out of that room and into the hallway and into the living room. So I could smell this one for sure. It was too strong for me. I had to turn it off. I was out here in the living room and I turned that thing off because I was like, this is like too much for me. So I'm not, you guys know I'm not a big fan of pink sugar. So this would not be a repurchase for me. However, once it kind of died down a little bit, it was like, it was a really pretty scent. One thing I forgot to say too is Canada Kim, or I should just call her Kim, but that just sounds weird when I keep saying Canada Kim. But one thing, she was talking about the bathing garden, and she was saying, you know, when you buy from the bathing garden, you're getting this whole experience. You know, when you receive one of her packages, you have all these samples, and it's just a fun package to open. And I had forgotten how fun it is to get a bathing garden package. So now, as I'm doing this review as well, I know I sound like super like I'm positive, like I have a positive note towards the bathing garden. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, there was a time where I wasn't really buying from the bathing garden, and I was going to de-stash some of my clams because I was just like, I really don't pull from the bathing garden at all. But after warming these, I am back on board with bathing garden. I will definitely purchase from her again. And I don't get sent anything for free. I don't get paid, you know, like none of that. This is like my honest opinions, and I always try to be honest in my wax reviews. You know, I always try to say exactly how I think it smelled or how the performance did. I'm not influenced by anybody whatsoever. However, I do listen to word of mouth from my waxy like group that that I'm in. I do listen to the girls in there because they have been around for a super long time, and they know. So I do listen to word of mouth, but however, I do take that with kind of a grain of salt too, because we're all gonna like different vendors. But I will say the bathing garden did really well for me in this testing. Now there were some scents that weren't spectacular, and we'll get to that. Let's keep it moving. 100% sunshine. I warmed this yesterday. I did 2 cubes in a Scentsy warmer in the bedroom, and this one again did really well. This is lemon sugar, black summer tea, hints of ginger. I did not expect this scent. Like when I looked at the scent description, I was like, really? That's what that is? But once I read the scent notes, one thing about all of her clamshells that I'm finding is they all have this like prettiness to them, you know? It's like even if they're bakery, they have this like pretty scent to them. I don't know. My friend Ashley was telling me that she gets a syrup undertone from Bathing Garden. And some of these I can kind of see that. This one was just like a pretty floral to me. So, but you can smell that lemon sugar, but it's not super strong. So you guys know that I like, or I do not like lemon scents right now, but this is just a soft lemon. Just really pretty. Again, I did 2 cubes, did I say, in a Scentsy warmer, and got a good strong throw. So, and one thing about the bathing garden too that I noticed is you kind of have to let her scents really warm up, because I noticed that in some rooms it did take a while, like an hour. I would go back in and be like, I'm not smelling anything, and then I'd come back and then I could smell it. So keep that in mind as well. This Hades and Persephone, yeah, Persephone, is that how you pronounce it? Yes, this one, oh my gosh. This is the one I did on the first day. This is a sample that I received. It was a pumpkin. I cut it in half. This is citrus, cognac. Oh God. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. You guys know what it is. Musk, patchouli, and ozone. Holy crap. Again, if anybody has this in a clam and they don't love it, hit me up. This is, like, I don't even know how to describe this one. I did half of the pumpkin in my daughter's plug-in Scentsy warmer in her bathroom. This thing threw for days. Like, I hate it when people say this threw for like 4 days, and I'm like, really? This one, I really did keep it in the warmer, and I kept turning it back on, and it was still going. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Like, I can't even describe this one. It is so pretty. It's kind of like, when I first smelled it, it kind of reminded me of like a soap, like a really expensive soap though. And I don't get strong patchouli in there. You know, I haven't had a lot of experience with patchouli in wax. Gosh. Yeah, I'm not good at describing scents on that one, but that one was strong and it kept going for days. I'm hoarding this little chunk for the next time I want to warm it in my daughter's bathroom. Oh my goodness. Let me talk about 2 together, because let's see if I can find it. I feel like, where are you? Okay, here's one. This is one that I didn't warm, and then the other one I did warm. So these 2, Country Berry Hotcakes and Fried Candy Donut. Let me describe this one first, and then I'll tell you why I want to talk about this one at the same time. Fried Candy Donut. So this one is Berry Donuts Fluffy Pink Cotton Candy. So I did this in the 20-watt Glade and the Walgreens. So I did 2 cubes each. This is another strong thrower. To me, this one smells like wild berry mousse. And I can't believe I didn't smell it when I sniffed it on the first video, because I'm very familiar with wild berry mousse. But once I warmed it, I'm like, what is that smell? Why does that smell so familiar? I don't like wild berry mousse that much anymore, so I didn't love this one. I would say this one has a bit of like smells like wild berry mousse, but a little bit better. It had like kind of like a bakery note to it. So this was throwing out of the kitchen. It was super strong. When my family walked in, they're like, no, actually this wasn't the one, it was another one. Okay, so the reason why I want to talk about this one, so this one I would not repurchase, because to me I was hoping for a fried candy donut, not wild berry mousse. And I wish you would put the, like, if she does use a wild berry mousse oil, I wish she'd just put that in the description so people would know. But that's exactly what it smells like to my nose. I get wild berry mousse for sure. To my nose. It may not even be wild berry mousse. I wanted to talk about this one. I didn't warm it at all. Country Berry Hotcakes, because this has that same wild berry mousse in there. Pretty sure that's what I'm smelling. It's got that same note. I did not warm any of this at all, so it might change on cold, but for the most part, it's wild berry mousse to my nose. So that's why I want to talk about them together. This one, oh, this is another one. Let me talk about these 2 together, actually, because they're similar as well. Dancing Elephants and Painting the Roses Red. So let me talk about Dancing Elephants first, and then I'll tell you why I think they're somewhat similar. So Dancing Elephants has blue cotton candy, cake pops, raspberry rose, sugar glaze. And so I did this one in the 20-watt Glade and the Walgreens warmer. I did this in the kitchen. So I did 2 cubes each warmer, and it was a strong throw. One of the days I had turned on I had turned on all the warmers and it was all Bathing Garden, and I had to turn them off because I was literally like getting sick from this scent throw. It was so strong. I was just like, this is crazy. So this one is gorgeous. It is, to me, it's like a sweet floral. It's not even bakery like you would think based on the scent description. And I think it's her rose sugar glaze, which is very similar to this one in painting the roses red. Now this clam here, never in a million years would I have guessed the scent description. So when I looked it up, I was like, what in the hell? Buttercream frosting, which I do not like. Coconut cream pie, raspberries, and roses. So this one also seems to have that same, it's a little different, but it's kind of got that rose glaze scent going on. I feel like they're in the similar like scent family, although this one's a little bit sweeter. This one's a little bit more of like rose scented to me. So I don't really get, I hate buttercream frosting, so I don't know where buttercream frosting is coming from. It might just tone down the roses. The raspberries to me, I'm like, I feel like I get more just like a sweet rose. I don't know if I smell coconut cream pie. This one is just so unique. If you like sweet, kind of like floral scents, this is one for you. I picked 2 up for my friend, and now I'm thinking I need to go back and get a few for me. I only did 1 cube in my daughter's Scentsy warmer, and I had a medium-high throw in there. I think maybe I should have done a cube and a half, actually. I think that would have been more, like, I think a cube is probably, I think I need a whole ounce, and I don't think a cube is 1 whole ounce. I'm not sure, I didn't. So yeah, so Dancing Elephants, if I ever saw this one again, this one would definitely get picked up for sure. This is a beautiful, pretty scent. Again, not like that rose sugar glaze that she's got going on is amazing. I really like her rose. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Blackberry jam and lemon curd. This one, so I don't like either of these scents really anymore. When I first got into wax, I was way into blackberry jam butter cookies and lemon this and lemon that. Everything lemon. Give me all the things lemon. And now I'm just like, I'm just not into it anymore. This one surprisingly did not perform as well as I thought it would have. Now, if you got a blackberry jam and like a lemon curd from any other vendor, it would have like thrown you out of the room, because lemon curd is one of those strong scents most of the time. From most vendors, it would just be super strong. I feel like she kind of tempered it down though with that blackberry jam, so it wasn't like super lemony, but it was just a medium throw in my, I think I did it in the kitchen. I didn't write down exactly what warmers I had this in, but I'm pretty sure I did the whole clam, because in my experience that's what I've always done. That's how I always treated the Bathing Garden clams, is I would do the whole clam. I would do 2 cubes in each warmer. And so with this one, I did 2 cubes in 2 different 20-watt warmers, and then the other 2 cubes in the Scentsy warmer. So yeah, that one was just not a repurchase for me. Or I could have done 2 cubes in each of my 20 watts. It just wasn't that strong. However, if you were having guests over or something like that, this one might be a nice one to put in, because it wouldn't overpower the room, or, you know, you would walk in and you could tell that something was warming, but you're not going to be able to be like overwhelmed with it. Okay, this one was another winner. So this is Sweet Madi, and I did 2 cubes in my daughter's, let's see, did I do it in the, oh yeah, I did it in the 24 watt, which is from Walmart, the 24 watt mainstays warmer from Walmart. I can't speak today and I'm talking super fast. I don't know why. I need to slow it down. Did I have coffee this morning? Maybe I did. Maybe that's why I'm like talking a million miles a minute. I'm sorry if this is the first video you're ever seeing from me. Usually I'm a little bit more laid back, so I need to like tone it down a notch here. This is a Vanilla Ripe Strawberries Violet Jasmine. This is basically just a Lush Rockstar dupe. and this one was gorgeous. I don't normally like Lush dupes in wax. I love Lush. If you guys have seen anything on my channel, you know that I do. And Rockstar is not one of my favorite like scents either. So the fact that I loved this clam is pretty amazing. So yeah, this is definitely be one I would look for again. It's just so good. It doesn't smell that great on cold. Like I remember when I smelled it on cold, I'm like, I'm not gonna like this. But warmed up, it smelled amazing. So I really loved this one. And it was strong. It was a strong throw. As soon as I walked in, I was like, ooh, this is good. This is another one that I wasn't expecting to like, but I really did. I did 2 cubes in the Scentsy warmer in our bedroom. This one was so pretty. I don't normally like sunscreen or suntan lotion scents, but this one was just a pretty scent. So this is sand, sea, fresh air, jasmine, and mandarin. To me, it was just like sand and sea with, like if you were sitting on the beach and you had suntan lotion on. That's what I would compare this to. So I got a strong throw from this. I put it in the bedroom. I left. I came back and I was like, ooh, it smells so good in here. All of her clams are just so pretty. Except for some of the foodie ones I'm not like all that into. But like now if you looked at Painting the Roses Red though, you would think that this is like a foodie scent, right? Buttercream frosting, coconut cream pie, raspberries and roses. But to me, Painting the Roses Red is much more of a sweet rose scent. So I could see how some people would find it to be bakery, but to my nose, it smells pretty. This is another one. I pronounced it wrong in my last video. It's Kraken Berry. I said Kraken Berry. I don't I don't know. And actually I understand the octopus now. Like I looked it up after the girl, I think, what is her name? Fawn? Was it Fawn? Was it you, Fawn? Oh, if I mess up your name, I'm sorry. But she was the one that told me, and I went to look it up, and it's actually this really cool like story about why this is called Kraken Berry. So if you're interested, look it up because it's fun. I always learn something new. So this is sugared pink berries, vanilla beans, light citrus, and flour. So I did this in the computer room in a 24-watt warmer and a 20-watt warmer, and this again was super strong. So pretty. I don't like it on cold because it smells kind of artificial, but once you warm it up, it's just another pretty scent, like another beautiful like berry scent. I was just super impressed. Okay, here's one that my family did not like. This is Keep Your Temper. This one was really strong. I had to turn this one off because it was just getting to be too much. I know a lot of people like this one. Is it this one or lemon cheesecake that people like? I can't remember. Keep Your Temper is lemongrass, lemon curd with marshmallow. To me, this is just straight lemongrass, lemon curd. Like, it's really strong. And like, I'd really love to have like more marshmallow in there or something, or just mix it with something else. But I did 20-watt Glade. What do I have? Let's see. 20-watt Glade. Oh, my Walgreens warmer. And I did 4 cubes each. So, and I just put strong lemon curd. So, but my family walked in and they were like, what does that smell? It's got to go. But if you like super strong lemons, like lemongrass type scents, you would like this, or lemon curd. That would be a good one for you. Let's see. Okay, now here's where things get a little bit complicated because I was getting kind of mixed up between the scents. But let me talk about one more really quick. I got through most of these. There was a few that I didn't get to. Faded Opulence. I've had this one probably 2 years. This one is one that I've repurchased and I've warmed before. So this one is Faded Opulence, warm fizzy tart, clove, ginger, blood orange, and cola. This is like a warm fizzy, oh, well, it says it on there, warm fizzy tart. But it is very warm and it is like a fizzy type scent. This one is so perfect. I warmed this during Halloween and also in the summertime. For some reason in the summertime, it just like, I don't know, I like it in the summertime as well. This one is another strong one. You really get that clove, that cola and clove scent. Now I've had another scent with this cola note with a bakery scent. It was like pumpkin pecan waffles, and I hated it. But this one is more unique, I think. And it just smells, it's just different than anything else that I have. I don't know if you get blood orange in there. I mostly smell the clove, probably the cola and the clove. And then I love the skull that she has in there. So yeah, I'm gonna save this one. That one was another strong thrower that was throwing out of the kitchen when I turned it on. This is where things get a little bit complicated. So I know she's coming out with her Take Me to the Sea collection soon. So I have all 3 of these that I warmed. So I'm gonna try my best. They all kind of like mixed together. And I wanna say I didn't get a strong throw from really any of these, like a super strong throw. Now I do believe I did a warm review on Calypso. And I think I did have good luck with Calypso. And I have another one, the Contortionist was, I think that's it, the Contortionist, the green tea one. I have that coming up in a warm reviews. I can't remember what collection that one was from. That maybe was the Circus collection, I don't know. But let me go ahead and talk about these. Now, I didn't have all bad luck, but there's one of these that I just would not repurchase whatsoever. So the first one I had is Mermaid Tears. And this one is spa-like scent, citrus, tropical greens, and salty tears. So I did this in a 24-hour warmer in my daughter's room. I did 2 cubes, and I got a medium throw. Now when I walked in there, you could definitely tell there was something warming. Like when I turned it off, I went in and I was like, God, it smells like ass in here. Not really, but it just smelled like, you know, it smelled like a bedroom. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not stinky, but it's just like house smell, you know? When I had it on, you walked in and it just smelled cleaner in there, although you couldn't, like I couldn't smell any of these notes really. Probably the most dominant was maybe like a salty note. No, actually this one wasn't the salty one. This one was more just like a floral, fresh floral. Sorry, I forget that salty note. It was in another one. So then I went ahead and did this one in the living room. And again, I did 2 cubes in each of the warmers, one in the dining room and one in the living room here. I did it in the 20 watt in the living room, 24 watt mainstays in the dining room. And although it wasn't a strong scent altogether, I could smell something going on, but I could not pick up any of the notes. It was just like, this would be another one that would be good for guests. This one would be another good one if you were having company over, because I don't think it would overwhelm anybody. Your house would just smell pretty without having to be overwhelmed by a certain note that maybe somebody didn't like. You know, it would just smell nice and clean, I guess. Sea of Tears was a very poor performer for me. I feel like I've had this before, and I honestly can't remember what my review of it was because it was such a long time ago. This is a fresh air, sea salt, ocean mist, and aquatic floral. So at first I started in my daughter's room with 1 cube in the 24 watt and 1 cube in the Scentsy. I thought, you know what, I'm going to put this to the test and see if 1 cube will perform. And it was essentially 2 cubes, but they were in different warmers, and I didn't get much of a scent through from that. So then I went back in and I did 2 cubes in the 24 watt, and it gave me a light to a medium. Did I put light to medium? No, I put light throw because you really couldn't smell anything on this one. I mean, it was very light in the clam, and this maybe was just a dud. But yeah, I honestly didn't really get anything from that, which I've seen a lot of people haul Sea of Tears. Or I know a few people that I know like Sea of Tears, and I've seen them purchase it. So I wonder how their experience has been. Okay, the last one, and then I'm going to shut my hole, is Take Me to the Sea. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, I only had 2 cubes. This is the one that I got the salty sea air from. So this is lemon, grapefruit, sea salt, sea air, beechwood. So I did 2 cubes and I got a medium throw in, I can't remember, I probably did this in the 24 watt because I was trying to be, usually the 24 watt will throw anything, you know, give anything a throw. This is the one that I got mostly the salty sea air. This one I might try again because I really do like the scent. I like that grapefruit that is in there. Yeah. So that is it. I still have a few more that I did not, like I have another Kraken Berry that I didn't use. And I have a few little small like samples that I didn't use, like these ones that you saw in the first video. Actually, I'll probably try them in the bathroom. This is from the circus restock from like a long time ago. They came in this cute old school ice cream tub. Super fun. I'm super excited. So I said I was on a ban. I broke my ban and I went ahead and I ordered a bunch from the Wonderland and the spring collection. She's supposed to be putting the Take Me to the Sea on there. And a couple of you commented that you really like the Salty Tears, I think is the one. It's like a margarita scent. I might actually try that one because I heard from a few of you that really like that one. And I feel like I just want to order all of her clams now because I feel like I didn't give her a fair chance. So I'm sorry to the bathing garden for my last like year of videos where I was just like, yeah, I don't really get a good throw from the bathing garden. I should have done this video a while ago. I think I did do a bathing garden like review maybe a couple of years ago. I need to go back and watch it and see what I said then. But I know a lot of people said that they were having trouble getting throw from the bathing garden. So that's why I kind of slowed down my ordering. And then people were like, yeah, now I'm getting a throw. So I don't know if she did something to her wax formula or if she changed it. All these as well, I forgot to say, have been curing for at least probably a year. I would, yeah, because the last order I did was the Take Me to the Sea, and that was last summer. So these have been sitting for a good year, and some of them are even older than that. So what I am going to do is when I do get my new order in, I'm going to let those cure probably for about 2 months, and then I'm going to go in and do like 2 cubes. Because I may not want to warm them all and like, you know, waste them if it's going to take a while for them to cure. But I'm going to go in and test them again and see how they do after curing for a couple months. Because I know some people warm her stuff right away. They don't wait that long. So I'm going to do a follow-up. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this or found, like I feel like I'm all over the place. I was so excited to do this video and now I feel like I totally screwed it up because I'm just all like over the place and jumpy, and I think I just had too much coffee this morning. But okay, yes, that is my review. So overall I gave her a thumbs up. You know, like I said, I definitely ordered from her and I definitely will be watching her restocks from now on. I'm not going to discount her anymore because I think some of her scents are so pretty and so unique. And I really was missing the bathing garden actually. Like when I started warming this stuff, I'm like, why the hell? Why have I not been ordering? All right, enough of the ramble fest. If you found this helpful or if you have any comments about the bathing garden, the kind of throw you get, I'd love to hear it because I always enjoy hearing everybody's feedback. And I love the comment section when it really gets rolling down there. I love talking with you guys. Okay, thank you so much. Oh yes, and by the way, if you have any bathing garden you want to de-stash, or if you have this one, please, please, please contact me. I will pay you. Of course I'm going to pay you, but you know what I mean? Like we'll negotiate a price and I'll make it a damn good fair price too, because I really want that one. That one's so good. All right. If you have any of the circus collection at all, hit me up. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the new people I've met too, or you know what I mean by meet. All the new YouTubers that I've found and that I've been talking with. I love that you know guys are interacting and whatever. And if you've subscribed recently, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I always try to go through my list and see if I need to subscribe to somebody. If I'm not subscribed to you, let me know and I'll subscribe to you. I try to go through my list every once in a while when I remember. Of course, I don't remember that often, but I try to go through and check and see if people have like 200 subscribers or something. If they have a YouTube channel, that's how I kind of know if you have a YouTube channel, if you have subscribers. So I'll go in and I'll subscribe. So yes, let me know and I'll see you guys in the next video. I have a warm reviews coming up, so it'll be shorter. I promise. I won't blab. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Bye.